Kaja Kallas, High Representative of the European Union for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, has said it would be a serious mistake for the United States to consider recognizing Russia's annexation of Crimea. Kallas said this in an interview with AFP. She warned that it would be a mistake for the United States to consider recognizing the occupied Ukrainian region of Crimea as Russian territory as part of any deal. Then Russia will clearly get what it wants, she said. She reaffirmed the EU's unwavering stance on the matter, saying the bloc will never recognize the peninsula, which Russia illegally annexed in 2014, as part of the Russian Federation. Crimea is Ukraine. For those under occupation, it's vital that others do not acknowledge it as Russian, Kallas added. Kallas said it would be a mistake to reward Moscow's land grab by including recognition of Crimea as part of a ceasefire deal. Kallas stated Washington should instead look to mount pressure on Moscow, rather than ceding to Kremlin demands. They have tools in their hands to use, actually, to pressure Russia. They haven't used those tools, she continued. If they are now walking away without using the tools that they have actually in their hands, then my big question mark is, why? Why aren't they using the tools to really end this war? While Europe has largely been shut out of the US-brokered peace negotiations with Ukraine and Russia, talks in Paris on April 17 brought Europe back to the table. US delegates reportedly unveiled their ceasefire proposal during the Paris and in London. Recall, the top diplomats from the UK, US, France, Germany and Ukraine have postponed a plan to meet in London for high-level talks on how to end Russia's war. The UK Foreign Office confirmed this, The Guardian reports. In particular, the ministerial meeting that was supposed to begin this morning in London will not take place. Instead, discussions will be held behind closed doors with the participation of officials. British Foreign Secretary David Lemmy said he had had a productive conversation with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio last night, but said talks would be held at a lower level in London today. This is a critical moment for Ukraine, the UK and Euro-Atlantic security, Lemmy said.
Germany's defense minister, Boris Pistorius, expressed frustration over his country's obsession with weapon systems as Berlin weighs sending long-range Taurus missiles to Ukraine. The comments come as Friedrich Merz, Germany's incoming chancellor, attempts to persuade his coalition partners in the Social Democratic Party, SPD, to approve sending the missiles to Ukraine. Outgoing SPD Chancellor Olaf Scholz previously blocked their delivery, citing concerns about escalating the war with Russia. "I am against firing at targets deep inside Russian territory with weapons we have supplied," Scholz emphasized. Scholz also claimed that deploying such weapons would require involvement from German military personnel, which he said was out of the question. Pistorius characterized Germany's public discussions about providing long-range Taurus missiles to Ukraine as an erotic relationship, according to The Telegraph. "I don't know where this erotic relationship with weapons comes from," said Pistorius, who polls show is Germany's most popular politician. He noted that other countries like Britain and France, who jointly supplied Storm Shadow missiles last year, don't engage in such extensive public debates about specific weapons deliveries to Ukraine. Ukraine's former ambassador to Germany and current UN representative Andriy Melnik responded sharply to the minister's comments. "What's wrong with eroticism? People love eroticism, not just Germans," Melnik said. "Please stop with this clown show. We're not on the Reeperbahn, red light district in Hamburg, Germany. There's a war going on, and Ukraine needs Taurus like it needs air. Don't let us suffocate," Melnik said. The Taurus missiles, with a range exceeding 500 kilometers, outmatch the Storm Shadow and Scalp missiles provided by Britain and France and the American-supplied ATACMS. Germany ordered 600 Taurus missiles for its air force in the early 2000s, though German media reports the Bundeswehr currently has only 150 operational units. Pressure on Merz, to approve the delivery intensified following a Russian missile attack in Sumy on Palm Sunday that killed 36 Ukrainian civilians, including children. Germany's outgoing Chancellor Olaf Scholz has consistently rejected requests from Kiev and its allies to supply Taurus missiles, citing concerns about escalation in the war. The Atesh partisan movement has called on Crimean residents to help gather information needed to destroy the Crimean Bridge. The partisans made the appeal via Telegram, according to Ukrinform. The Kerch Bridge has become a key element in the occupation of Crimea and must be destroyed. We, the Atesh movement, are reaching out to the residents of Kerch and all of Crimea. Help us collect critical information about the Kerch or Crimean Bridge and its security, the statement reads. The partisans are asking Crimean residents to send photos, videos, coordinates of air defense positions, patrol routes and information on military equipment movements. Every piece of information is a step toward the liberation of Crimea. The group added, Ukraine's SBU, State Security Service, attacked the Crimean Bridge twice. First in October 2022 using a truck carrying explosives, and then in July 2023 using maritime drones. Recently, Oleksiy Nizpapa, commander of the naval forces of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, has said that the Kerch Bridge, which connects occupied Crimea with Russian territory, remains a target for Ukraine's defense forces, but stressed the need to maintain information silence. Of course, the bridge is a difficult target, especially now. But in life, there is no fortress that cannot be destroyed. There are no borders that cannot be crossed. And the bridge is the same. It's the same target as everything else, he added. The Navy commander also stressed that in order to achieve success, information silence must be maintained. And if we say that tomorrow we intend to hit the Crimean Bridge, the enemy would probably find out about it through television. Or if we say that we won't hit it, well, that's not right, Nizpapa added. He also noted that the number of strikes on Crimea has not decreased. Perhaps their intensity is lower. I did not conduct such analysis, less or more. Everything is working as usual, just like all other fronts. Therefore, there are targets in Crimea and other areas where the enemy is, of course. That's why I can't provide you with such analytics. Targets get hit. Perhaps not all of them are known from the press, of course. Perhaps the intensity is not so great. Perhaps this is due to the importance of other areas, said Nizpapa.